Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also please give your valuable comments. You can also visit the playlist. In the playlist, I have provided almost all the topics in a very systematic order. In the last class, we were discussing about the basics of the fever in children, and we have seen why fever is not our enemy, fever is our friend. So today we will see what are the causes which set the temperature of hypothalamic temperature center at a high level. Why that means why body demands to set a new set temperature at a hypothalamus temperature regulatory center. The reasons are as follows. Number one, tissue damage. Tissue damage is usually caused by any of the infective causes. As soon as a tissue damage takes place, which may be of any kind, there will be immune response. So now hypothalamus will set a new temperature at quite higher level. So this will be followed by peripheral vasoconstriction, and as a result there will be active muscle contraction, and now the temperature will going to increase. The body metabolism increases because to make the active muscle contraction, and as a result it increases the body temperature because at the end of the metabolism energy, heat and water is produced, so that heat will be produced more. This is one of the cause. To explain the same in the detail, we can go as soon as the infection enter inside the body, then it will go into produce some of the pyrogens. So these pyrogens will go into produce the prostaglandins, interleukins, and cytokine surge will be there, and because of which so there will be a stimulation for setting the temperature at a higher level. Okay, now how it is achieved? This is achieved by peripheral vasoconstriction and as well as active muscle contraction. This is one important cause why the body temperature increases. Now there are some other causes why the body temperature increases. That is due to the certain causes which interrupt the normal functioning of the temperature regulatory system. Temperature regulatory system is situated in the hypothalamus, and it is functioning is mediated by the different body processes, okay, phenomena. Sometimes this will going to change. This temperature set point will going to change the causes other than the non-infective causes. Because of some of the non-infective causes also, so there will be increase in the body temperature. For example, excess exposure to heat. Similarly, increased basal metabolic rate, as happens in case of a thyrotoxicosis. Drug fever. Many of the time the drug what we are taking, when they undergo metabolism, their metabolites are formed. These metabolites will go into increase the body temperature by stimulating the temperature regulatory system. Okay, some of the drugs like atropine, etc. So these are some of the causes where non-infective causes leading to the fever. The non-infective inflammatory causes are there. For example, autoimmune disorders. In autoimmune disorders, actually talking, there is no actually infection. It is our own body immune system going and attacking our own body cells or tissues, and as a result there is a immune response will be there, and immune cells go there and they start fighting with our own body cells. An immune complex is formed, and as a result the tissue damage takes place, and this tissue damage has to be repaired, therefore the body temperature increases. Now here there is no infection at all. Infection may be a remote precipitating factor for all the events, but in the spot now presently there is no any infection. Therefore we will call it as a non-infective inflammation. Non-infective inflammation. It may be rheumatic heart disease, it may be rheumatoid arthritis, or any other autoimmune disorder. Okay. Now another important cause why the fever comes is there will be a high fever. Entire body is hot, including the peripheral limbs. The other causes of fever like infection, entire body is hot, but the periphery is cold. This is very important. So that means this will going to help to differentiate between the environmental fever and infectious fever. Okay, environmental fever, for example, heat stroke, etc. There also body heat will going to increase. But how you will going to differentiate? All body parts are equally hot. That is a fever due to environmental causes like heat stroke, etc. Whereas a fever which is occurs because of infective or non-infective causes like autoimmune, etc., what actually happens is the center portion of the body is very hot, but the peripheral portion is comparatively cold compared to the center. Okay, compared to the core center, core temperature, the peripheral temperature is quite less. That is what actually Kashyapa says. Lalatasya abhitaptataha panipadasya panipada shitatvam. There is comparatively the cold extremities are there compared to the hot body temperature in the core area. Okay, so therefore, so this will going to help us to between the environmental fever and other infectious fever. So some condition there with the infection but without fever. Sometimes we can get the conditions where there is infection is there but there is no fever. So this condition also we will going to get. Many of the parasitic infections, sometimes many of the immunological causes, if suppose the child is having immunodeficiency, and some of the opportunistic infections and anaerobic infections, or sometimes some of the local infections, although there is infection, you don't have the fever. Okay, so these are some of the pitfalls that we should know. Tissue damage, it is occurring, then non-infective inflammation, then causes of fever without any infections. Although there is infection, sometimes there is no fever. Then how to differentiate between the infectious fever and as well as environmental fever. So this point we should know. Okay, so with this I conclude. In the next class we will go further details of the fever, which is very, very important. Thank you.